Gasoline and automotive supplies. Take your pick at West 2nd Best Stop at 2nd and Laird.
Well, for these two football teams here today, the Adams Central Patriots won the flip of the coin but deferred their decision to the second half. So the Wood River Eagles will open with the football here today, led by their talented junior quarterback, Scott Frost. Frost will guide the ball club. He's a two. Oh, so well. His fullback in the I formation, Mike Gall, 180-pound junior, and Troy Harnish, 170-pound junior, is the tailback. The split in is Lance Parlin, a junior, 170-pounder, and a flanker is Tim Zavala. Zavala, 165 pounds and a sophomore. Roger Redding is the tight end. And the down five at James Thompson, a 240-pound senior at left tackle. Greg Swilley, a 180-pound senior at left guard. The center is Jared Lambrecht, a 200-pound junior. The right guard is Eric Nielsen, 215 pounds and a junior. And the right tackle is Steve Spees, a 200-pound junior. For the Adams Central Patriots, defensively, their six-man front, Sean Wiseman, 6'2", 180-pound senior, left defensive end. The right defensive end is Darren Burr, 5'11", 165 pounds and a senior. The left tackle, Kevin Walther, 6'2", 190 and a senior. The right tackle, Mike Peak, 5'10", 195 pounds and a senior. The two down guards, Donnie Jansen, 6'1", 185 and a junior. And Mike Bowder, 5'9", 190-pound junior. The linebackers, Eric Walther, the sophomore, 6', 155-pounder. And Jason Frank, 5'11", 175 pounds and a senior. The corners are Ben Clausenbutcher, 5'11", 160 pounds and a junior, and Jeff Himmelberg, 5'11", 155 and a senior. Mike Johnson is the safety, 6-footer, 185 pounds and a senior. So there are the starters as this ball game gets set to get underway. We'll take a break. We'll be back with the start of this afternoon's football game in a moment.
Godfather's Pizza serves its noon buffet from 11 a.m. until 1:30 p.m. 7 days a week. Godfather's Pizza also has a Monday and Tuesday evening buffet from 5 until 8. The Godfather's Pizza buffet is an all-you-can-eat feast of pizza, pasta, breadstick, salad bar, and a beverage. Godfather's Pizza, 1008 South Burlington in Hastings. For sure starts and economical driving, let Halloran Battery and Electric give your car a complete checkup. Halloran Battery and Electric, the reliable automotive service center, 2001 West 2nd in Hastings.
Burt's Rexall Drug Store and Burt's Pharmacy are proud supporters of the Hastings High, St. Cecilia, Adams Central, and Hastings College football teams. Burt's wishes all the teams good luck and good sportsmanship. Burt's has two handy locations, Burt's Rexall downtown and Burt's Pharmacy, 14th and Bellevue. By routing your freight orders through Consolidated Motor Freight, your dollars remain in Hastings, the thumbs-up city. Call 462-4811. Consolidated Motor Freight with headquarters at 1411 West 2nd Street in Hastings.
Diet Center can change your life. Call 463-DIET or visit the Diet Center at Suite 336 in the Landmark Center today for your free, no obligation.
Site better than it was yesterday afternoon about this time. Back deep on the near side to receive is Tim Zavala. And on the far side for the Wood River Eagles, Mike Gall, as they stand outside the 10 right now waiting Sean Wiseman's kickoff. So the first 12 minutes up on the board, and we are set for our football game here this afternoon. As Wiseman, high end over end, goes Gall's side. Picked up at about the 15, Gall to the 20, 25, right up the middle to the 30, 35-yard line, and is upended on a saving tackle by the kicker, Sean Wiseman. Wiseman saved 6 as Gall found the seam, takes it to the 37, and that is where Wood River will start right there. Again, it's Scott Frost at quarterback, Mike Gall, Troy Harnish in the backfield. The wide receivers, Lance Parlin and Tim Zavala. The tight end is Roger Redding. For the Adams Central Patriots, well, their six-man front as they deploy. And stepping up, Frost surveys the situation. Receiver wide, slot wide, right side in motion out of the backfield now is Mike Gall, and Frost to throw, fires, and it's off the fingertips of Gall at the 42-yard line, incomplete. Jeff Himmelberg was close defensively and nearly picked off the deflection. But Scott Frost comes out throwing on his first play from scrimmage. Into the football game, Mike Codner in at one of the running back spots now. And also into the ball game, Harnish. Codner lines up tight end, so it is Harnish and Gall in the backfield. Zavala out wide Zavala in a slot on the right side as Parlin splits out wide. The handoff goes right up the middle or check that no handoff. Frost keeps it himself and picks up 3 to the 40-yard line. So Scott Frost on the first carry brings up a 3rd down and 7 from the 40.
Tackled by Jensen and Bowder.
With the 3rd down call coming up here for Wood River. We are just underway. We've just opened it up. Lance Parlin goes wide to the right side. Coming out formation, Frost slips as he backs out from under center, fires going away. It is intercepted, picked off by the Adams Central Patriots. Aaron Carlson, and he is down the sideline and out of bounds at about the 15-yard line.
Pass from Frost was intercepted.
Picked off by Eric Walther, the linebacker. Frost makes the play, but the Patriots have the football at the 19-yard line. So Frost comes out, throws twice, 1 incomplete, and 1 picked off by Eric Walther. And the Patriots with excellent field position at the Wood River 18. 10 minutes, 47 seconds, and Mike Johnson to the line of scrimmage. Gives the ball off to Darren Burr. Burr across the left side and picks up a couple. He is gang tackled and manhandled. They rip at the football, don't get it away from him. Frost and Gall and Thompson were on the spot for the tackle for Darren Burr. He picked up 2 on the play. Down to the 17. Burr just 15 yards short of averaging 100 yards per ball game. Got 785 coming into this ball game in the 8 previous contests. He was a 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. Clausenbutcher, Frank, and Burr stacked in that Maryland I. Double tights. The Patriots with some folks leaving early, so that will cost them 5. Flag down right in the middle, and the walk-off procedure call against Adams Central. That will move the football back out to the 22-yard line, and it will be 2nd down and 13 yards to go now. For the Patriots, Mike Johnson at quarterback, Ben Clausenbutcher the up-back, Jason Frink the fullback, and Darren Burr the tailback. Jeff Himmelberg the wide out, Sean Wiseman the tight end, Mike Bowder, Mike Peak are the tackles, Brandon Hartman, Eric Moosel are the guards, and Brad Rice the center. Johnson pitches it deep to Burr. Burr to the left side, gets to the 20, is spun out of bounds at about the original line of scrimmage, the 19-yard line. Taken over there by Gall. Gall, one of the linebackers defensively for Wood River. Roger Redding and Roy Nemeth are the defensive ends. James Thompson and Steve Spees the tackles. Greg Swilly in the middle. The linebackers, 3 of them, Scott Frost, Mike Gall, and Jared Lambrecht. Tim Savala and Matt Gideon are the corners, and Mark Cotner is the safety. A pickup of 3 for Darren Burr, and for the Patriots, they look at 3rd down and 10. A little under 10 at the 19-yard line. Johnson to throw, has time, now being chased to the right side. Fires on the run, loops it to the end zone. It is complete and a touchdown. Taken down in the corner of the end zone by Ben Clausenbutcher. Ben Clausenbutcher, who leads this club. That's his 13th reception of the year, his 3rd touchdown. A 19-yard scoring strike to Ben Clausenbutcher, and the Patriots draw early first blood here with 9:37 left to play. So Adams Central capitalizing on the turnover, the interception by Walther. And 3 plays later, they have it in the end zone. Sean Wiseman on to attempt the extra point. Out of the hole, and Mike Johnson. Ball is down, kick is up. It is right down the middle, and it's 7-0 in favor of Adams Central here early in the ball game. 9:37 left to go. We'll be back with the Patriot kickoff in just a moment.
Your free ticket to sporting events.
3 interceptions, and the 53% passer laid it right where it had to be, just past the defender and right in Clausenbutcher's arms. So now Wiseman set to kick off again. Zavala on the near side, Gall on the far side again to receive the kickoff of Sean Wiseman. 7-0 Adams Central. Wiseman, low line drive, picked up by Gall at the 11. Fakes the handoff to Frost, goes right up the middle, and the ball is loose, and the Patriots have it at the 25-yard line. Gall ripped by Sean Wiseman, and the ball popped out of there, and it's recovered by Jason Frank. Well, the Eagles have had it twice. And Frink recovers the fumble.
Bring up 1st and 10 for the Patriots on the Wood River 25.
The Patriots started at the 19 the last time. They've got it at the 25 here. And with 9:25 left to go here in the first period, they have a chance to... The Patriots to the line of scrimmage. They've got the two tight ends, the Maryland Eye. Mike Johnson fakes the handoff, flips it out of the backfield. Clausenbutcher has it at the 23. He couldn't get the corner turned as he slipped a bit and was taken by Mark Codner, the safety. Pressure applied that time by Roy Nemus, the defensive end, forced Johnson to throw it before he wanted to. But it's a gain of 3 as Clausenbutcher makes his second catch of the afternoon. And it is 2nd down and 7 yards to go from the 22-yard line. Boy, nobody was there to slow down Namath. Now Himmelberg's short split to the left side. Moore lying into the ball game, comes out wide of the near side. Frink right up the middle, big hole. Frost has him at the 10. He breaks that tackle and he goes. Jason Frink from 22 yards out ran right through the attempted tackle by Scott Frost, the linebacker, and takes it home for the score. A 2-play drive, and the Patriots now lead it 13-0. Extra point. Mike Johnson calls for the ball. It's down. Kick is up. It's long enough. It's good enough, and it's 14-0 in favor of Adams Central, and we have played just 3 minutes and 40 seconds. We'll be back in just a moment. Taking advantage of 2 early Wood River turnovers, and they have jumped out to a lead that at this particular point, and pardon the pun, could snowball into a big one here. Old Mo is wearing a blue jersey right now. There's no doubt about that. Wiseman set to kick it away. Gall and Zavella back deep one more time. High end over end, not going to be real deep. It's going to bounce to the 20. Gall had it, bounce away from him. He covers it up at the 22-yard line. Junior Warburton was down quickly, and he had a chance at the loose ball for a moment, but Gall covered it up. They'll start at their 22. But now 8:16 on the clock as the officials put the ball down. Well, Scott Frost has his work cut out for him. Lance Parlin comes out wide of the near side. Zavala out wide to the far side. Frost on the option. No place on the handoff. Keeps it himself, and the pile moves to the 25-yard line, so Frost will pick up 3 yards and bring up 2nd down and 7. Down at the bottom of that pile for the Patriots, the big guy, Donnie Jansen, 6'1", 185-pound junior. And for Scott Frost, he has 6 yards and 2 carries. He's 0 for 2 through the air, 1 an interception. Frost to throw again, comes this side, fires, and it's nearly picked off by Clausenbutcher, and had he got it, he'd been home for 6 more. The incompleted pass will force now 3rd down and 7 yards to go. The pass was intended for Gideon, who was into the ball game. Now Zavala checks back in, as does Roger Redding. And Frost, who had come over to the sideline, picked up the play with a short-distance conversation to head coach Larry Frost. And it is 3rd down and 7 yards to go from their own 25-yard line. Frost drops back to pass again. Has time, comes to the sideline. There's nobody home. It's incomplete. It's 4th down and 7. Pass was intended for Roger Redding, the tight end. But Redding was about 8 yards away from it. Clausenbutcher and Walther were both out there for the Patriots. The punting unit trots onto the field, and that will include Scott Frost, who will handle the punting chores. And for the Patriots, Mike Johnson and Ben Clausenbutcher drop back to receive back at their own 40-yard line. 7.5 minutes to play in the first quarter. The Patriots already to a 14-0 lead. Frost gets a good snap, not a real good kick. It's going to carry to the 44-yard line, taken by Clausenbutcher. Slips, gets his balance, gets back to midfield, and down to the 48-yard line of Wood River. They stop him there. The defensive play was made by Mark Codner. So the Patriots starting again in Wood River territory, and we'll call it the 49-yard line.
tackle by Mark Codner.
7:23 to play here in the first period. And for the Patriots, they start as far back as they've started all day. They come with the double tights and the Maryland eye. Morlang the up back this time. The handoff to Burr. Big hole right side, but he's caught from behind by Gall and drops him for a 2-yard gain. Boy, Burr was at a moment or at an instant had a lot of room to run had Gall not gotten him.
Second and 9.
It'll be second down and 9 yards to go from the 48-yard line. As he's the up back, replacing Morlang. And the handoff to Frank, and Frank hits inside, bounces outside, slips the tackle to the 45. He's to the 40. Look out, he can go. He's to the 30, 20, 10. Frank is going to take it for the score. A 48-yard run by Jason Frank after they had him hemmed up at the line of scrimmage.
In for the touchdown.
Jason Frank, 48 yards on this carry. He's got 70 yards on 2 carries and 2 touchdowns. And all of a sudden, this one that was supposed to be close is not.
7 yards on that run.
20-0 right now. Well, the Adams Central Patriots again. This drive, 2 plays. They have handled the ball 7 times and have 3 scores. Sean Wiseman with the extra point. Snap was high. Johnson got it down. Wiseman gets it up, and it is 21-0. The Adams Central Patriots with a 21-0 lead here midway through the first period. And we'll be back in just a moment.
Home Federal Savings Press.
5-yard drive, a 49-yard drive. Patriots have had the ball for 3 minutes and 15 seconds. Usually, when they have it for 3 minutes and 15 seconds, they've hardly crossed the 50-yard line. Their drives run 6 and 7 minutes. Wiseman kicks it away again, high to Gall's side. He steps up to the 15. He's got it to the 20, 25, and he is rocked again as he gets out near the 28-yard line. I'll tell you what, this time it was a different Patriot down. Mike Bowder put the ringing hit on him and stopped Gall at the 29-yard line.
Wood River will take over first and 10 on their own 28.
Well, the Eagles suffering from a little shell shock right here. Scott Frost brings him up. He's got Gideon out wide to the left side, and the play goes to the right side away from us as Frost trying to keep it himself. Picks up a few yards across the right side. Stopped over there by
Frost on the keeper, brought down
Mike Bowder
and
Burr.
Bring up second and 5.
The gain, a good 5-yard pickup for Scott Frost as he moved it out to the 33-yard line. Second down and 5. Frost to go to the air. Has time. Floats it out. It's nearly a one-handed grab by Mark Codner, but he couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. And Scott Frost now 0 for 5 with 1 interception.
Second and 5. Third and 5.
Redding into the ball game. Gideon into the ball game. Parlin into the ball game as the new receivers bring the play in for Scott Frost. It's third down and 5 from the 33-yard line. Frost sends Parlin out wide to the right side. Gideon to the near side on a quarterback draw. He is upended. Bowder and Donnie Jensen make the play at the 34-yard line. A gain of 1 for Frost on the quarterback draw. And it is fourth down and 6. So the punting unit on again for the Eagles and dropping back deep. Mike Johnson on the near side, Ben Clausenbutcher on the far side. They stand at their 30. Frost, a good snap. Kind of a wobbly kick, going to be taken by Johnson at the 37. Johnson sidesteps the tackler, gets to the 40, 45. He's to the sideline, 50. Down the sideline, turns the speed on. One man to beat Frost, and Frost takes him out of bounds at the 27-yard line. A 43-yard return for Mike Johnson, and the Patriots operating in Eagle territory once again.
About a 40-yard return.
The officials bring the ball back to the 28-yard line, 29-yard line. But either way, the Patriots in Wood River territory once again. This has been so far men against boys. Mike Johnson, little counter, gives the ball off to Paul Morlang. Morlang from a wing right back across the left side and picked up a couple. Standing in and making the stop on the far side was Jared Lembrecht and Mark Codner. Lembrecht, the linebacker. Codner up from the defensive secondary. A gain of a yard for Morlang. And it'll bring up second down and 9 from the 27-yard line. Jeff Himmelberg comes wide to the right side nearest us. Clausen Butcher on a wing this side. Frank and Burr stacked in the eye. The pitch goes to Burr. He fumbles the football and gets on it with a diving cover-up back to the 36-yard line. The pitch a little off target, but he had to reach for it with one hand, and that football is hard and slippery here today. The turf footing there a little shaky. So it's a loss of 8.
Third and 18.
It'll bring up third down and 18 yards to go from back at the 36-yard line. Morlang flanks out wide to the near side. Himmelberg splits out wide to the far side. As Mike Johnson slips going back, gets his footing back, Thompson gives him chase, and he throws it away. Johnson had to throw it backing up as 240-pounder James Thompson was bearing in on him. First incomplete pass for Mike Johnson today. And it will bring up fourth down and 18 yards to go back at the 36-yard line. The Patriots with Sean Wiseman now dropping back in punt formation, and Scott Frost will go back and receive for Wood River. Good snap. Wiseman heads for the wide side of the field. It takes a bounce over Frost. It is downed by Clausen Butcher inside the 5 down near the goal line. Frost elected to let it go as he put the brakes on. He slipped and bounced right over the top of it. And they say it went into the end zone, so it will come out to the 20-yard line. So Wood River will take over at their 20. Here with 3:22 to play in the first period. 21-0 in favor of Adams Central as they line of scrimmage. Down the line on the option. Pitches it wide, and going absolutely nowhere with the football is Troy Harnish. Harnish going to lose a couple. Donnie Jansen was in there, Walther was in there, and Bowder was there. They strung it out. And it will be a loss of 3. So Harnish unable to get to the outside on the pitch, and it is second down and 13 yards to go. Tim Zavala checks out of the ball game. 2 wideouts on this side, Codner and Gideon in a slot formation, and Frost looks that way, sprints that way, being chased toward the sideline, and the ball knocked away. It goes out of bounds at the 6-yard line. Credit the hit to Sean Wiseman, the defensive end, who ran him down.
Wiseman brought down by Wiseman brings down.
It was Walther and Donnie Jansen and Mike Bowder who strung it out, and then Wiseman just sprinted to Frost, nailed him, and the ball popped out. The loss from the 17 all the way back to the 5-yard line, a loss of 12. So now it is third down and a bunch. And a handoff up the middle to Gall, and Gall is ripped. The ball comes loose, and the Patriots have it again. Fumble recovery on Walther, his third fumble recovery of the year, and he leads the club in that department. And the Patriots take over the line. Handoff, and he was nailed as soon as he got it. It's a more on the play and the football as well. Wood River. Ball 5 times, turned it over 3. And for the Patriots, they will have it at the Wood River 3 with 2:24 left. Mike Johnson to the line of scrimmage. Mike Johnson keeps it himself, straight ahead, got close, didn't get in. Plugging the hole for the Eagles and keeping him out of the end zone was the safety, Mark Codner. Well, they move it about a yard closer. Johnson picked up 1. Second down and goal from the 2-yard line this time. Patriots line up in a power I set. The power back is Ben Clausen, Butcher on the right side nearest us. Hand off to Burr, follows Clausen, Butcher, and Frink into the end zone. Touchdown.
Johnson hands off to Burr for the...
Darren Burr takes it in from 2 yards out, and the Patriots add another one. It is 27-zip. As Wiseman comes on to attempt another extra point. We still have 1:46 left to play here in the first period. Adams Central taking 3 turnovers and sticking them in the end zone and adding another one after a short punt. Extra point kick is up. The extra point is good, and the Patriots jump out to a turn. We'll be back in just a moment. Well, the Patriots with a monumental lead right now. Kickoff goes down the middle, taken by Gall. He covers it up, carries like a fullback, and he is blasted at the 30-yard line, just like he ran into a brick wall. He hung on to the football. The stop was made by Jason Frank.
Return to the 30-yard line, tackled by Jason Frank.
Now, Frank made the stop,
Mike Bowder.
but tell you what, Gall paid for it.
Their own 30-yard line.
Well, the Patriots with nearly 100 yards of offense here in the first quarter. Scott Frost to throw, fires. It is complete at the 45-yard line to Roger Redding, the tight end, and he's in the Patriot territory at the 48 before he's finally stopped. Jason Frank and Darren Burr combine on the stop.
Tackle by Burr and Frank.
So now Wood River comes to life right there as Roger Redding, the tight end, makes the catch.
Wood River will have a first and 10 on the Adams Central 40.
Their first down of the ball game. Frost brings it back to the line of scrimmage. Backpedals, fires. It is complete once again down at the 35-yard line. Taken this time by Mark Cotner. It's a gain of 12 more. Or Scott Frost thought it was a 3 o'clock start instead of a 2:30 start. He has come out right here and nailed 2 in a row. Back-to-back first downs, and the ball down to the 35 of the Patriots. 1:14 and counting. Frost leads them to the line of scrimmage. Gideon goes out wide to the far side. Parlin comes wide to the left side, and Frost backpedals again. Has time, now being chased, eludes the defense, completes it underneath at the 30-yard line to Gall out of the backfield, and he is nailed at the 20-yard line. But it is a pickup of 15 yards. Gall out of the backfield. Jason Frank made the stop. He has completed 3 in a row to 3 different receivers. 49 yards on the 3 pass plays, and it's down to the 20-yard line. Another first down for Frost and company. In motion out of the backfield, Troy Harnish. And Harnish takes the pass on the near sideline at the 16. Clausen Butcher has him immediately, but it's a gain of 4.
Frost to Harnish is complete.
Harnish, the 4th receiver to take a pass here in this drive. 29 seconds left to play here in the first quarter as the Wood River Eagles
5, bring up second and 5.
on the move now. Checking the ball game, Justin Brader for the Patriots defensively. And it's Parlin out wide on the left side. And Frost to throw again. The pitch goes to Harnish on the option, and Harnish is drilled at the 15, but flags fly everywhere. Jeff Himmelberg made the stop for the Patriots.
Ball tackled by Frank. We have a flag on the play.
Illegal procedure, the call against
Motion against Wood River.
Wood River. So from the 16, that'll cost them 5 for the Eagles, their first penalty of the ball game. That takes the ball back out to the 21-yard line, and we'll bring up second down and just over 10 yards to go.
Bring up second and 10.
Well, as the Eagles come to the line of scrimmage, that will run out the first quarter here at Adams Central. After one of the Patriots with a big first quarter lead, they are on top 28-0, and we'll be back with the second period in just a moment. Three of them have come here on this drive through the air.
I'll ask you to just stand in the stands. You don't need to hurdle those snowdrifts.
Wood River, minus 5 yards on the ground, and up to this point, and this drive, that's all they had as far as offense was concerned. Scott Frost had gone 0 for 5 in his first 5 passes in the first period with 1 interception. But here in this one, he has connected on 4 of 4 to 4 different receivers for 53 yards. Right now, it is second down and 10 yards to go from the 21-yard line. As we start the second quarter, 28-0 in favor of the Adams Central Patriots.
Central 20-yard line.
Frost sends Brandon Bailey out wide to the left side. Wide to the near side is Tim Savala. Frost to throw down the middle. It is taken at the 10 on a nice catch by Mark Codner, but he is drilled immediately.
Tackled by
Mike Johnson hit him just as he caught the football. It's right down near the first down stick. The officials eyeballed the sideline, and it's going to bring up a second down, or a third down and 1.
Gain of a long 9 there will be...
Now Codner with his first catch. Frost on second down and 1. Gives the ball off to Gall. His fullback might have gotten a first down.
To Gall.
Gall was stopped by Mike Peak and Kevin Walther right at the 10.
Walther and Spade.
They really didn't need all of a full yard, and they didn't get much more than that. So the officials will bring the chains in to take a look, but from our vantage point, which isn't the best angle, but it appears that there is enough for the first down. Early in the second quarter, first minute of the second period, and it is 28-0 in favor of Adams Central. The officials stretch the chains. It is a first down. At the 10-yard line, the Eagles can actually get a first down without taking it in the end zone, but there's not much more than a breath difference between the first down and the touchdown. Frost to throw, fires quickly out of the backfield. It is complete, and going absolutely nowhere with it is Codner. There to meet him was Mike Bowder.
Complete. Tackled by Himmelberg and White.
It's a gain of maybe a half a yard to Codner. We'll call it second down and about 9.5 yards to go from just inside the 10 now. Gideon into the ball game, Parlin in and Redding in as the 3 receivers. Frost with the play sends the Eagles to the line of scrimmage. He's got Parlin, Gideon, and Gall out wide left. Trips left side. Pass quickly inside, intercepted. The Patriots pick it off. It's Eric Walther again, his second of the day, to the 20, 25, to the 30, and out across the 40 before Frost wrestles him to the ground. We do have a flag down.
Pass from Frost was intercepted by Walther.
Walther with his second interception, but we'll wait and see what the flag is all about. They are talking with Scott Frost of Wood River. They will bring it back to the spot of the flag, which is the 25-yard line, so the interception will stand, probably a clip. It is a clip called against
Adams Central.
the Adams Central Patriots, and Walther with his second interception of the ball game.
We'll have the ball first and 10 at about their 12-yard line.
Now the walk-off takes it back to the 12. The Patriots with the penalty now. They'll start with their deepest possession. 10-13 left to play here. They're at the 12-yard line as Mike Johnson brings Adams Central to the line of scrimmage with a 28-0 lead. Hand off to the fullback, Jason Frank. Hits into the middle and gets 4 yards. Out across the 15 to the 16. Thompson in on the stop, along with Greg Swilly, the nose guard.
4 bringing up second and 6.
But for Jason Frank,
By Harnish and Thompson.
Frank now with 74 yards on 3 carries. At the 16, second down and 6. Out of the Maryland I. And Johnson looks to throw. Now rolls right, tucks it in, is upended by Codner. As he gets to the 15-yard line, he'll lose a yard. Johnson looked to throw when he started to roll out, and then tucked it in, started for the corner, but Codner upended him. It'll be a loss of 1. Put the ball back to the 15, bring up 3rd down and 7 now. An even 9 minutes to go here in the second quarter in a 28-0 ball game. Patriots with a big 4-touchdown first period and a big lead. 2nd or 3rd down and 7. Handoff to Frank, and Frank just buries his head into the middle of the line, and everybody falls forward for a couple of yards. The gain to the 17, a pickup of 2. And the punting unit will trot on for Adams Central. So the Patriots, unable to move the ball here from their own 12, will punt it for only the 2nd time in a ball game. Back deep, Zavala and Frost. They are about at the 50-yard line. So Wood River will get possession here again. Sean Wiseman to kick it away. Some penetration, but gets a good kick away. It's going to be taken by Frost. Fakes the reverse to 46, has a seam. He's to midfield, down the sideline to the 40, 35, has one man to beat, and does. He's going to take it all the way. Scott Frost with a return of 54 yards on the fake reverse, and the Wood River Eagles have scored here in the second period. Well, a kickoff return for a touchdown of 54 yards, and it's 28-7. Scott Frost. They set it up, and the seam was there. Boy, once he saw the alley, he turned on the burners, and once he got outside, he had one man to beat at about the 35, and that was no contest as Frost blew right by him. Well, the extra point will be a 2-point conversion as Frost brings him up. Back split in the backfield. And it's going to be a quick toss, and a complete quick toss to Matt Gideon for the 2-point conversion. It's now 28-8 as the Eagles have dented the scoreboard and did it rather impressively. So with the score 28-8, we'll be back with the Wood River kickoff in just a moment.
For premium tires and...
And the kickoff goes to the far side, taken by Clausenbutcher at the 20. Clausenbutcher to the 35 or 31, and he is rolled to the ground right there. Chad Boxstetter was down quickly, and he had some help from Gall, but at the 31-yard line.
From their own 32.
Adams Central in possession. Last time they were stymied. Picked up 5 yards on the ground, 3 plays, and had to punt. They've been 3 and done a couple of times today, but they've scored each time they had it until that one. Johnson comes up, Johnson to throw over the middle. It is picked off by Tim Zavala at the 48, flag down. Zavala back to the 40, and Paul Moorlang there to meet him. Also, Darren Burr and Mike Bowder, but the flag down at the interception, and we'll see what the call is. Pass interference on Tim Zavala. Tim Zavala with the pass interference. He shoved off, and he was wide open. That will cost the Eagles as they stand staring in disbelief at the official's call. The walk-off a 15-yarder will march the ball out to the 46-yard line, and the Patriots will keep the football. Second penalty for Wood River, but a monumental one. 7:33 to play here in the first half. 28-8 our score. The Patriots with the lead in the football as they come to the line of scrimmage with their Patton, Maryland eye. Both ends in tight. Mike Johnson gives it to Burr. Burr right side, and Burr's across midfield. Tripped up as he went across the 50-yard line by Codner and others. But that's a gain of 5 for Darren Burr. Patriots now with 82 yards on the ground, 22 yards through the air. Johnson completed his first 2 passes and hasn't thrown in a couple of series now. until the one that was picked off, but that went for naught. Johnson, deep drop, Burr again, right side, power play, and he's got the first down.
Handoff again goes to Burr.
Gall on the stop along with Greg Swilly, the nose guard. But that's a gain of 6 down to the 43-yard line for Darren Burr, and he's got the first down to move the chains.
First and 10, Adam Central.
6:48 and counting as the clock continues to move. Darren Burr with just 11 yards way through the second quarter. He's averaging 98 yards per ball game. The Patriots fumble the snap from center, and Mike Johnson covers it up immediately. It'll be a loss of a yard back to the 44-yard line.
Fumble recovered by Johnson.
Johnson covered it right back up, but we've got another flag down now in Wood River territory. Illegal procedure against the Patriots. Well, that will cost the Adams Central Patriots 5, take it back to the 49-yard line, and it will be first down and 15 yards to go.
5 yards of death will bring up first and 15. Adam Central.
On first down and 15,
Wood River 48.
the Patriots right back to the line of scrimmage. Stacked in that eye, Johnson, the deep drop, fakes the handoff, rolls right, looks for a blocker, gets to the 45, picks his way to the 43. Ball is loose. The Wood River Eagles say they have it. We'll wait. And now the officials say they've got it, and the ball recovered by Wood River's Troy Harnish. Mike Johnson fumbling it at the 43-yard line.
Recovery was Harnish.
Johnson picked up 5, but fumbles the football, and Harnish with the recovery. And Wood River staves off the Patriots once again. Wood River at their 43 now. 6:10 to play. Frost to throw, quick set. He fires complete to the 45-yard line to Gideon. Gideon across into Patriot territory down to the 40. Gideon, just a quick slant in.
Ball to the Adam Central 40-yard line.
A pickup of 17 yards. Gideon becomes the 6th receiver now to take a pass from Scott Frost, and the Eagles on the move. Brandon Bailey into the ball game as a wide receiver to the right side. Frost looks that way, goes long for Bailey. He's open, but back to pick it off is Mike Johnson, and then Johnson fumbles the football. It's loose. There's a pile-up for it at the 21-yard line, and it belongs to Adams Central.
Bailey, interception by
Mike Johnson got his own fumble. Mike Johnson with his 3rd interception of the season. And the Patriots now have picked off 3 Scott Frost passes.
21-yard line.
Well, it has been a little slippery at times here today. That time, Bailey was wide open. Frost underthrew him a bit, and that allowed Johnson to get into the play defensively. And Johnson picked it off. 5:28 counting. Jason Frink gets the call. Frink for 3 yards to the 25-yard line, just across his right side offensively. Not much operating room as the play made defensively by Raymond Soto, a 5'10", 215-pound senior. Just a 2-yard gain for Jason Frink. The ball at the 24-yard line, 2nd down and 8. The double tight set. Himmelberg left, Wiseman right. Pitch goes deep to Burr. Burr is tripped up in the backfield on a nice play once again by Soto. Soto got penetration and got one of those big meat hooks on Darren Burr and tripped him up for no gain. It'll be 3rd down and about 8 yards to go from just short of the 25-yard line. 4:25 left to play in the half. Adams Central one more time to the line of scrimmage. One more time it's Burr, and Burr is wrapped up by Thompson at the 25-yard line, and Thompson won't let him go. Slings him to the ground after a gain of 2 to the 26, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Bring up 4th and about 6.
Well, Darren Burr that time They keyed on him big time, and the punting unit comes on. Wiseman will get it away from about his 15-yard line. Frost and Zavala back deep to receive. The last time the Patriots punted, the return was on. Wiseman gets a good one. It floats back to the 35-yard line. They retreat, and the ball goes on a reverse to Zavala. Zavala up the left side, and Clausenbutcher hit him at about the 40. He bounced out of bounds at the 43-yard line.
Punt reception to Zavala, knocked out of bounds.
So with 3:29 left to play here in the first half, a 28-8 ball game. Adams Central with 28 big first quarter points, and they lead it by 20 here with 3.5 minutes to play in the second quarter. But Wood River with the football right now at their own 43.
River will have the ball first and 10 on their own 40.
Scott Frost. Yeah. Frost starts to the line of scrimmage, but then takes a timeout.
River takes a timeout.
So the Eagles take the timeout here with 3:21. We'll be back in just a moment. It is 28-8 Adams Central, and Frost to the line of scrimmage, slips on the option, gets the ball pitched to Zavala, and check that. The pitch goes to Harnish, and Harnish didn't get much as Walther, the linebacker on the left side, stepped in to make the play. So Harnish might have gotten a part of a yard, but the ground game has been null and void. A -4 yards on the ground so far here in the ball game for Wood. They got Brandon Bailey out wide left, but Frost comes to the right, fires, and completes it to Zavala at the 42-yard line of Adams Central. He is drilled by Mike Johnson immediately. A 20-yarder to Zavala.
Tackled by Mike Johnson. Zavala on the pass.
Zavala, another reception from a different factor. Seventh different receiver to take a pass from Scott Frost. He's completed 8 to 7 different receivers. Fires this one out of the backfield quickly to Redding, the tight end, and Redding down to the 35, tripped up by Ben Clausenbutcher.
Tackled by Ben Clausenbutcher.
But it's a gain of 9.
14J.
Second down and 1 yard to go now at the 34-yard line. For Redding, his second reception for 31 yards here on the day. Pro set, double wides each side. Frost fires quickly out of the backfield and hauling it in, Mark Codner, and Codner is stopped right at the line of scrimmage by Sean Wiseman. So Codner gains nothing. It is second down. No, where they spotted the football was good enough for a first down, so a gain of 3 by Codner. Codner has been the most used receiver, and the Eagles right back to the line of scrimmage, and Frost keeps it on a quarterback draw. Took one step back, went right back forward, and there just wasn't too much there. Jason Frink stepped into the hole, and we've got a couple of Patriots who remain down. Frink, one of them, and Eric Walther, the other. Both the linebackers slow to get up. Frost held for no gain. It'll be second down.
Gain of 2 will bring up second and 8.
Well, I tell you what, they give him a pretty good spot. Second down at about 9. Frost to throw, batted away by Kevin Walther. The big defensive lineman got his hands in the air, and we've got a flag down on the far side of the field. No flag down on the far side, and the call, illegal procedure against Wood River. Well, the in-yard walk-off would take the ball back, and they're going to decline it.
Penalty is declined. Second and 8.
Well, Frost sends the 2 receivers to the near side. Gideon Redding now snuggles in tight. Bailey out wide to the left side. Gall and Harnish in the backfield. So 2 wide receivers and a quick set, quick throw, and it's batted away again. A line of scrimmage defensively. The Patriots knock it down one more time. Looked like Mike Peak got a hand on it that time. Might have been Mike Bowder. But either way, it's incomplete. So the incompleted pass will bring up 4th down and 8 yards to go from the 29-yard line. 1 minute, 5 seconds left to play here in the first half. 28-8. Slot right, Gall in the slot. Frost deep drop to set up the screen, goes back over the middle. Gall had it, ripped away from him. Eric Walther took him before he could control it. It's incomplete, and the Patriots will take over.
Pressure in the backfield by
Sean Wiseman got through, but that's a part of the play because Frost was trying to set up the screen over the middle to Gall. Gall got to it,
Adam Central will
but Walther made sure he didn't catch it. So the Patriots at their own 30-yard line now will take over with 58 seconds left to play in the first period. Adams Central comes to the line of scrimmage with the tight formation once again. Handoff fake to Bird. Johnson rolls right. He's got Frank on the corner with the block. He gets to the 35, 40-yard line. Drugged down from behind by Mike Gall, but not before an 11-yard gain by Mike Johnson. And a first down. Frank bumped Gall on the corner, then Gall stayed after the play and ran down Mike Johnson, but not before he moved the chains. The ball out to the 41-yard line. 48 seconds left to play in the half. Ben Clausenbutcher brings the play in from the far sideline for the Adams Central Patriots.
excited about that scene on the track. That's our drill team in disguise.
As the Patriots come to the line of scrimmage one more time. They've got a shot with 48 seconds left. Hand off to Frank. Frank up the middle. Gall stands him up. Thompson grabs him from behind, and they push him to the ground after a 2-yard gain. Jason Frank gets a couple.
And Lambert.
Call it second down now. About 9 yards to go. Clock down to 13. Patriots may not even run any more plays as they look at the clock, look to the sideline. First half is going to come to a close. After one half of play here at Adams Central in the season finale, the score, the Adams Central Patriots 28, the Wood River Eagles 8. And we'll be back and recap it for you in just a moment. And they did it thanks to their defense, setting it up. Wood River took the opening kickoff and had the ball for 3 plays before Scott Frost threw an interception, picked off by Eric Walther, and Walther returned it to the Wood River 19-yard line. And Adams Central wasted no time as they stuck it in the end zone just 3 plays later. A 19-yard scoring pass from Mike Johnson to Ben Clausenbutcher, and the extra point made it 7-0. Well, the Patriots kicked it away, and on the kickoff, the Eagles fumbled it right back to the Patriots at the Wood River 25-yard line. And this one just 2 plays with Jason Frank going 22 yards for the score. Wiseman again added the extra point. And in less than 4 minutes, the Patriots had a 14-0 lead. Adams Central with the kickoff stopped Wood River on 3 plays, forced the Eagles to punt. The punt out near midfield, and Adams Central returned it to the Wood River 49-yard line. And 2 plays later, they were in the end zone again, and again it was Jason Frank who went 48 yards for the score right up the middle with 6:23 left. In the first quarter, it was 21-0. The Patriots forced another punt, could not do anything with it, had to punt it away themselves, their first punt of the ball game. And then on the last series of the first period for Wood River, they went backwards. They lost 17 yards on 3 plays, and the last one a fumble. That was recovered by the Patriots' Kevin Walther. And Adams Central, with the fumble recovery at the 3, took 2 plays to stick it in, with Darren Bird taking it in from 2 yards out. The extra point made it 28-0 with a minute 46 left to play in the period. Now the Patriots then got the football back early in the second quarter on their second interception, and the second interception by Eric Walther. So the Walther brothers have played big in this ball game, but the Patriots couldn't do anything with it, had to kick it away, and on the punt, why, Scott Frost found a seam and returned it 54 yards for a touchdown to put the Wood River Eagles on the scoreboard. They went for 2 and got it, and with 8:07 left to play in the second quarter, it was 28-8. So that's where it was there, and it went down the stretch. Nobody scored, but there was a lot of excitement after that. We'll come back and take a look at more from the first half of this ball game in just a moment. Wednesday the following week, Monday, and then Saturday, as they wrap things up on the 23rd of November. A lot of football left, and we've got a bunch for you here as we wrap up not just the high school, but the college season as well. The regular season finale for these two clubs. Wood River came in 7-1. The Patriots 8-0. And right now it's Adams Central 28, Wood River 8. We'll take a break. We'll return to Adams Central in just a moment. Here in the third quarter. And the Wood River Eagles lining up to the left of us as they get ready to kick it away. Brandon Bailey will handle the kickoff chores, and the Patriots will receive here to begin the second half. 28-8 our score. Adams Central with the big lead.
Paul Morlang, Eric Walter, Ben Clausbutcher.
So Brandon Bailey tees it up at the 40-yard line to the left of us. Eric Walter back deep in the middle, back at about the 15. Paul Morlang, Ben Clausenbutcher, the two up backs at the 20, 21-yard line. As Bailey gets it on the tee, and we're ready for the third quarter here this afternoon. Now Brandon Bailey, 180-pound junior, counts helmets, and he's got enough, and we're ready to go. So Bailey waits for the official's whistle, and they put it in play. It's not going to be real deep. It's going to be taken by Clausenbutcher on the run at the 25, 30, 35, and to the 40. Good return by Ben Clausenbutcher, tripped up at the 40-yard line by Mark Codner. But the Adams Central Patriots starting near midfield. They have had the best of field position here today. The nose of the football right on the 40-yard line. Mike Johnson to the line of scrimmage. It's Clausenbutcher, Frank, and Burr stacked in the eye, both inside. He gets three, and they grab him. They had his number as Burr was taken first by Scott Frost, and Frost had some help from Matt Gideon, the cornerback on the far side. A gain of 2 for Burr. It'll be second down and 8 from the 42-yard line. Well, Darren Burr trying to bounce outside that time. And Frost hit him first. Morlang into the ball game as he sets up the eye back now, replacing Clausenbutcher. Mike Johnson turns, gives the ball to Burr again. Same play, right side, and he gets it to the 47-yard line. Tripped up as he went through there by Mark Codner. Codner had him at the 45. Burr stretched it out to the 47. It's a gain of 4, and it will bring up third down and 3. And it'll be a short 3 as the Patriots taking the football and trying to... They hand off to Burr again. Burr hit in the backfield, spins out of it. Frost nails him at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2. The penetration that to receive is Frost and Zavala. They have tried a fake reverse. They've tried a reverse. Frost at the 30, steps up to about the 32. Low snap. Wiseman gets it, gets the kick away, and drives it to the far side of the field. It hits on about the 15, goes out of bounds, down inside the 10. He laid that one out of bounds at the 6-yard line. A great punt by Sean Wiseman as he pit back at their own 6. The Patriots have handled the ball one time, came away with 6 yards, and Adams Central gives the ball to Wood River deep in the Eagle territory. Scott Frost at quarterback, and as he comes out of the huddle, he takes a timeout. So something not right according to the junior signal caller, and he'll come to the near sideline and talk it over. He might not have had, A, the right people, or B, enough people into the ball game at that particular time. So with timeout on the field, it's still 28-8 here early in the third. We'll be back in just a moment. Zavala as they line up slot right. And Frost down the line on the option, gives it to his fullback Gall, and Gall didn't get anything. If he got back to the line of scrimmage, he might have been stopped back at the 3-yard line.
Jansen, Peak, and Kevin Walter in on the tackle.
A whole host of folks in there, the middle part of that line. Mike Peak, Danny Jansen, Kevin Walter. The loss back to the 5, a loss of 1 for Gall. And the ground game still going backwards for Wood River now. It is Second down and 11. With the football at the 5. Frost to throw this time from his end zone. Being chased. He gets the ball away, and it's going to be complete out near the 15-yard line, taken by Mark Codner. Codner is stopped by Mike Johnson immediately. But the gain to the 16, and that'll be pretty close to a first down. It is a first down, an 11-yard pickup.
A first down for Wood River.
So Codner, with his 4th catch of the day, this one for 11 yards, and it's a first down to move the ball out beyond the 15-yard line to the 16. A lot of pressure applied that time by the Patriots' Mike Bowder. Bowder chasing Frost, and Frost got it away. Now Zavala comes out wide to the right side. Frost down the left side on the option. Pitches the ball to Gall. Gall trying to get around the corner, and he is wrapped up by Ben Klausenbutcher. Klausenbutcher made the hit. Klausenbutcher gets up a little slow. A gain of a yard for Mike Gall, and it'll bring up second down and 9. And to say it was a gain of a yard, it's a generous call. It's about a half a yard's all that he gained. 8 minutes to play. It's still 28-8. Zavala comes out wide to the right side nearest us. Frost looks down the middle. Fires to the left. It is overthrown, picked off by Mike Johnson at the 25-yard line. He is stopped immediately by Codner, the intended receiver. But that interception, the 4th interception of the ball game for the Patriots, and the 2nd by Mike Johnson. And Adams Central will have the football at the 25-yard line of Wood River. So this half starts just about like the other half. The Patriots in Wood River territory with 7:45 left to play here in the period. And they start in 4-down territory. They come with their patented Maryland eye. Johnson fakes the handoff to Burr, rolls right, slips the tackle by Thompson. He's down to the 20 and has more to the 15 and is belted out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Scott Frost and Zavala combine on the stop, but he picks up the biggest part of 11 yards, depending on the spot of the football. They're going to spot it at the 16-yard line. They eyeball the chains. It'll be second down as Mike Johnson picked up 9. Second down and a yard to go from the 16. Just outside the 16. And it's a short one. Klausenbutcher, Frink, and Burr stacked up behind Mike Johnson. Johnson turned, gives it to Frink. Frink no hole this time, and he might not have gotten the first down. The hole was plugged. Gall was there, but it was Thompson down at the bottom of the pile. James Thompson plugged the hole. Gall made the stop. They look to the sideline, and it will be a third down. No gain for Jason Frink. So third down and a yard, still the call for the Adams Central Patriots at the 16-yard line of Wood River. 28-8 our score. As the Adams Central Patriots with 28 first-quarter points, they've made it stand up. Johnson on third down and short. Now calls his own number, squeezes into the hole, and it looks like he's got it to the 15 anyway, and that would be enough for the first down, may even have more.
Seems to be by the center of the Wood River line.
Wood River trying to collapse the pile, but leading Johnson through the hole that time
10, the Wood River 15.
was the Patriots' Brad Rice and Eric Moosel. A gain of a yard for Mike Johnson and a first down for Adams Central at the 15-yard line. So now it's first down and 10. Clock to the 7-minute mark. 6:58 and counting. 28-8 our score, Adams Central, but they look to eat up some more. Handoff to Burr, and Burr left side slips a tackle at the 10. He's down to the 5, or just short of it. Zavala made the tackle, the cornerback for Wood River, but Darren Burr moved it to the 7-yard line, a gain of 8.
Gain of 8 brings them
Second down and 2 at the 7. Into the ball game, Paul Morlang with a play from the sideline from head coach Bill Carlin. The Adams Central Patriots trying to power one in right here. Morlang, Frink, and Burr stacked in the eye. Johnson, deep drop, handoff to Burr, no hole inside, goes outside, there's nobody there. The angle toward the corner, he's to the goal line, and he is short of a touchdown. Not by much, but he's short of a touchdown.
short of the goal line.
It's going to be less than a foot to go. Well, it's going to be less than that.
Number 26.
The nose of the football right on the goal line. So 6 yards picked up by Darren Burr, and he leaves it just short of the goal line. And it's first and goal from inches out. Mike Johnson at the line of scrimmage. Looked like he'd made an audible. Now settles in, calls his own number. The wall caves in on him, and he's under the bottom of the pile. We'll wait till they peel him off. Lambrecht was there. Soto was there. Johnson at the bottom of the pile did not get in. No gain on the play for Mike Johnson. Second down and goal from inches out. Now the Eagles trying to jam up that middle. They have got folks dug in right over the nose of Brad Rice. Johnson again, quarterback keep, can't get in the first time, bounces off, goes the second time. Touchdown, Adams Central.
For the touchdown.
Mike Johnson from less than a yard out sticks it in the end zone, and the Patriots add to their total now, 34-8. Sean Wiseman comes on to attempt the extra point. 7-play drive right there, 26 yards altogether. And the Patriots with 2 minutes and 39 seconds worked off the clock. Ball is down, kick is up, it's blocked, ball's in the air, and it's no good. Looked like Scott Frost got through to get a hand on it, so the score stays right where.
Life. Call 463-DIET.
Consumption of time in any of their scoring drives here today. They kick it away one more time. Zavala back on the far side, Gall on the near side to receive Sean Wiseman's kick. Wiseman, end over end, it's going to hit on about the 15, scooped up by Gall. He lost his balance and goes to the ground at the 20-yard line. He thought it was going to bounce to him, and it kind of had some backspin on it and dug a little divot and bounced backwards, and he tried to scoop it up on the run, lost his balance, and so the return comes up short, and they will start at the 21-yard line. First down and 10. Well, the Patriots with 4 interceptions here today, 1 of Scott Frost here in the second half. Frost comes out, fumbles the snap from center. There's a pile up for it. The Patriots say they've got it. And it looks like Eric Walther down at the bottom of the pile, and it is Walther that has the football. His third turnover of the ball game. 2 interceptions, and now a fumble recovery by Eric Walther. So the Patriots get it back right away on the first play from scrimmage. 1 play and done. The handoff, not a good one. And Adams Central starting again down in 4-down territory at the 21-yard line. Mike Johnson turns, rolls left, throws left. He's got it complete to Morlang out of the backfield to the 10-yard line, and Tim Zavala drives him out of bounds.
Pass from Johnson, complete
So
to
Morlang with the catch.
Tackled by Zavala. Good for the first down.
It is first down and 10 down right at the 10-yard line.
Just inside the 10-yard line.
The Patriots with the nose of the football right on the 10. So on first down, Johnson has him to the line of scrimmage. Johnson turns. They work it to the left side to Burr. Burr caught by Thompson in the backfield, and he hangs on, gets some help, and Burr goes to the ground right at the line of scrimmage, the 10-yard line. James Thompson made the hit first, and then had some help by Jared Polk.
No gain on the play, bring up 2nd and 10.
So Burr stopped right at the 10. Second down and 10 from the 10. Paul Morlang checks in with a play, and they flank him out wide to the far side. Jeff Himmelberg splits out to the near side. Frank and Burr stacked in the eye behind Mike Johnson on second down and 10. The Burr, the call up the middle, big hole. Ball is loose, and Wood River has it. Burr was hit. He went one way. The ball went another. and the fumble recovery made by Lambrecht.
Recovered by Jared Lambrecht.
Jared Lambrecht, the linebacker, recovers the fumble at the 6 or 7 yard line. Unable to see who made the hit on Darren Burr, but Burr went to the right, the ball went to the left, and Lambrecht ate it up. So with the football, Wood River trying to punch it out from their 7 yard line. Clock down to 3 minutes left to play here in
Ball in play. Held for gain of a yard. Bring up second.
this, the third quarter. 34-8 in favor of the Adams Central Patriots. Gall picked up 2 on the carry. It's 2nd down and 8 from the 9 yard line. Frost has him to the line of scrimmage. On 2nd down, Frost to throw. Back pedals, looks left. Now being flushed. He's going to be drilled by Donnie Jansen. Donnie Jansen with the sack all the way back at the 5 yard line. A loss of 4 for Scott Frost, the first sack of the ball game for the Patriots, and Donnie Jansen records it now. It'll be 3rd down and 12. Back at the 5, and on 3rd down and 12, Frost with the lone setback in the backfield, and that's Troy Harnish. Got receivers everywhere right now. On 3rd down, he backpedals into the end zone, moves to his left, still sprinting toward the side. He gets the corner turn. He's out to the 10 to near the 15 yard line, and the Patriots chase him down. They'll say he went out of bounds at the 12. Kevin Walther and Eric Walther combined for the stop. A gain out to the 12, a 7 yard gain for Frost, but it's 4th down and about 5 yards to go, 4 yards to go for a first down.
Bring up 4th and 5.
So the Patriots anticipating the punt by Frost. Frost standing back just outside the end zone. He'll get it away from about the 5. Clausenbutcher at the 45. Frost with a good high, wobbly kick. Goes to the far side. Johnson had to get away from him for an instant and covers it up at the 45 yard line.
Johnson. Adams Central will take over the ball on the Wood River 45.
Mike Johnson gets up slow.
By Troy Harnish.
And a flag goes down now as Johnson was hit in the back. The ball got loose. He covered it up, and Wood River covered him up. And he took a hit right on what looks like the kidney. Unsportsmanlike conduct, the call against the Adams Central Patriots. Bill Carlin on the sideline, not liking that call at all. And he wants an explanation.
Unsportsmanlike conduct against Adams Central.
Now, Mike Johnson muffed the punt, covered it up, and then he was covered up, and when he was covered up, he caught a knee or a helmet in the kidneys. So he was flinching a little bit from that. And now the 15-yard penalty against the Patriots because something was said or done after the play had really been blown dead, and the ball goes back to the 40-yard line of Adams Central. So the Patriots will start there with 1:56 left to play. First down and 25 yards to go.
Adams Central, their own 40.
Well, they haven't moved the chains back yet.
Adams Central, their own 40.
It is first down and 25 from the 40. So with 15 yards coming after the play was dead. So the Patriots come to the line of scrimmage. First down and 25. Handoff to Darren Burr. Slides to the outside. He's going to be ridden out of bounds on the far side of the field by the Wood River's Scott Frost. No gain for Darren Burr. Second down and 25 yards to go from the 40-yard line. The Patriots with just 47 yards of offense here in the second half. 36 of it on the ground. 1:40 left to play. They lead at 34-8. Flags fly, whistles blow before the play starts. So they put the ball right back down just across the 45, offside against Wood River.
Coachman penalty against Wood River.
5-yard walk-off against the Eagles, just their third penalty of the day, but it takes the ball out to the 45-yard line, and it will be 2nd down and 20 now. Clock is dead at 1:39, and now we've got... I thought we had an official taking a timeout. He did not. Just put it back in play. The Patriots to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 20. Johnson, deep drop. Turns to throw, has time, down the middle, wide open. Sean Wiseman at the 30. Wiseman to the 20, tripped up at the 15-yard line.
Pass from Johnson, complete.
Tim Zavala saved it, but Sean Wiseman right in stride. A perfect toss by Mike Johnson. 40 yards on the pass to Wiseman. And a big first down. For Sean Wiseman, that's just his 6th catch of the season, but it's nearly half his yard total. He had 95 yards coming in, gets 40 there. Johnson to throw again. He's got it complete to Morlang out of the backfield down the sideline, and he's bumped out of bounds by Scott Frost at the 2-yard line.
Morlang knocked out of bounds on about the 1 or 2 yard line.
Well, a gain of 14 yards to Morlang, his 2nd catch, and it's 1st down and goal to go. Johnson coming out here and firing. And with 1:13 left to go here in the third, the Patriots knocking on that proverbial door one more time. Well, they have had the password just about every time they've come knocking here today. Mike Johnson to the line of scrimmage. About 1.5 yards out. As Johnson barks out signals, he'll keep it himself, bounces to the right, and he's in for another touchdown. Mike Johnson started to go right up over Brad Rice. The hole was closed. He bounced to his right and took it home over Eric Musil. And Johnson with his 2nd score of the 2nd half, again from 1 yard out. The Patriots go 60 yards in 4 plays for their 2nd touchdown of the 2nd half and go up now 40-8 with 1:10 left to play here in the 3rd quarter. So Adams Central on to attempt the extra point, and Mike Johnson asking the official to respot the ball in the center of the field as Sean Wiseman gets lined up to take the kick. Well, most of that through the air. Ball is down, kick is up, it's right down the heart, it's plenty long enough, and the score goes now to 41-8 in favor of the Adams Central Patriots, and we'll be back in just a moment. Finds it up. Wood River with Zavala and Gall back deep. It's a low liner that bounces at about the 30. It's off of Gall's fingertips, and he covers it up back at about the 10-yard line. And Gall thought it was going to bounce to him again, and this time it bounced away from him, and he reached out and tried to flag it with one hand and didn't get it. Ball will be at the 15. Wood River has started here in this half at their 6, their 21st, or their 21, their 7, and now they're 15. Just over a minute to play here in the 3rd quarter. Scott Frost on a quarterback keeper right up the middle, and there is a wide open hole. He busts the tackle at the 15. He's to the 20, 25, out to the 30, 35, 40, into the 47, 48-yard line. Well, 33 yards on the carry by Scott Frost. And the 33 yards by Frost puts him in the plus category. Here now, ball out to the 48-yard line. It almost looked like the Patriots weren't ready defensively. There was a big gap in the middle. The 4 people inside had a big wide gap. They line up with a wide gap to the left this time. Frost to throw, backpedals, fires out on the left side, and it is complete at the 30-yard line. Ball is loose, but Tim Zavala blown down at the 29. $33 yards on that play. Zavala, the receiver, and another first down. So here come the Wood River Eagles, down 41-8, but on the move with 22 seconds left to play here in the third quarter. Parlin comes out wide to the right side. Zavala goes out wide to the far side. Harnish moves on a wing right side. Redding wing left, and Scott Frost again bouncing through the middle and gets to the outside, down to the 25. Frost might have gotten 5 yards on the carry. Sean Wiseman and Ben Clausenbutcher. Clausenbutcher up in the corner. Wiseman, the defensive end. As the third quarter comes to a close, Frost picked 24-yard line for Wood River as we move to the fourth and final period. After 3, the Adams Central Patriots lead it by a score of 41-8, and we'll be right back. The Patriots with a big, big advantage on the scoreboard of 41-8. Surprisingly, the yardage in the ball game just about equal. The difference in the ball game, 7 turnovers for Wood River. We've got 3 interceptions and 4 fumbles that they've lost, but the Eagles now on the move as they have the football at the Adams Central 24-yard line.
Wood River will have 2nd and 5 on the Adams Central 24.
With the ball at the 24, 2nd down and 5 as we move to the fourth quarter here in the fourth. The Eagles headed toward the end zone to our left. The Patriots moving left to right as we take a look at them. Harnish and Gall split in the backfield. Slot left formation for Scott Frost. Hand off to Gall. Gall blasts into the middle. He's got the first down as he takes it down inside the 20 to the 19-yard line. Jason Frank rides him to the ground. It's a gain of 5.
Good for the
And
first
it
down.
should be enough for a first down. So Gall with the first down carry. Right back to the line of scrimmage. Frost to throw, backpedals, has time, fires, and a nice catch down around to the 6-yard line made by Roger Redding, the tight end.
Complete to Redding.
Roger Redding made a nice catch. He had to make an adjustment on the ball at the last.
Wood River 1st and goal from the Adams Central 5-yard line.
In the last stages, Wood River has marched from their own 15. And they have the ball first down and goal. As Frost tries the right side, and it'll be a touchdown for the Wood River Eagles. Frost, quick pass and a quick pop to Matt Gideon for the 6 yards and the score.
Pass was to Matt Gideon.
And Wood River with their second touchdown of the ball game makes it 41-14 now, and the Eagles will try for the 2-point conversion. 85 yards on this drive. They get lined up in double wings, double wides, and now in motion. Harnish, the handoff fake to Gall, the pitch to Harnish. Harnish not going to get it. Standing out there on the corner waiting for it was Jeff Himmelberg, and Himmelberg touchdown Harnish before he can get in, and that will leave the score at 41-14 in favor of Adams Central here. Early in the fourth quarter, 11-12 left to play. We'll be back in just a moment. Well, 6 plays, 85 yards. And a minute 50 off the clock. So Wood River scores quickly. A kickoff, one that bounces along the grass top, picked up back at about the 15 by Eric Walther. Walther to the 20, 25, 30, gets to the outside 40, 45, has a couple of beats. He's across midfield and moves it down to the 43-yard line of Wood River before he is finally stopped. But Walther with an excellent return kind of picked his way through there and moved it. You know, darted and weaved, and all of a sudden he popped free. So the Patriots again with excellent field position, the 43-yard line of Wood River. Clock counting. The Patriots with a big lead. Mike Johnson turns, gives the ball off to Darren Byrne. He's knocked to the ground in the backfield by James Thompson, the big 240-pound defensive lineman.
Burr stopped in the backfield by Thompson.
It's a loss back to the 45, a loss of 2. 41-14 our score. Second down and 12, back at the 45 now for the Patriots. Well, they would like to work on the clock a little bit. Morlang in with a play from the sideline. They stack him up in that Maryland I. And Mike Johnson calls Jason Frank. Frank up the middle, gets a couple 3. James Thompson again on the stop. The gain down to the 43-yard line. Pickup of the 2 lost, and Frank, who had 79 yards at the half, now with 89 yards. He's only carried the ball 3 times here in the second half. That's half of what he carried in the first half, but he had 79 yards on 6 carries in the first half of this ball game. Well, the Patriots third down and 10 now from the 43-yard line of Wood River. And as Johnson comes to the line of scrimmage, he takes a timeout. So we've got timeout on the field, 9:34 left to play. The score 41-14 in favor of Adams Central. More in a moment.
Insurance.
As Mike Johnson saw something that he didn't like. Johnson to the line of scrimmage now, takes the drop. He's going to throw, has time down the middle, intended for Wiseman. It's too short, picked off. Scott Frost back at the 20, comes to the near side, 25. He's to the 30. If he gets to the corner, he's got some rambling room, and he doesn't get the corner turn. He is drugged down as he got to the corner by Adams Central's Eric Musil. But the return from the 20 out to the 42-yard line, there is a flag back at the 35. Well, the officials now pointing back toward the flag, a clipping call.
Wood River, clipping Wood River.
And Wood River assessed a clipping penalty.
Quickly the fans turn.
So the ball will go back. Won't be out at the 43-yard line. Well, for Mike Johnson, he tried to go deep, and he did not get it deep enough. Johnson with his first interception of the ball game, and the penalty against Wood River takes it right back to where the interception occurred, the 20-yard line. So Wood River, with just over 9 minutes to play, comes out. First down and 10, Scott Frost in a throwing mode. Harnish out of the backfield. Nobody in the backfield now. Frost looks left, has time, fires, and misfires as he threw it behind Troy Harnish. Frost had some pressure that time from the Patriots' Mike Peak. Well, Frost was 11 for 21 in the first half for 112 yards with 3 interceptions. Here in the second half, he's gone 4 for 6 for a total of 63 yards with 1 interception. In the ball game now is Roy Nemeth. Now out wide to the far side, Gideon and Zavala. Gall in motion off the wing, handoff faked up the middle, pitch goes to Gall, and Gall is wrapped up by Ben Clausenbutcher right at the line of scrimmage.
Pitch from Frost goes to Mike Gall. Ben Clausenbutcher on the tackle.
Clausenbutcher made the stop.
Held for no gain, will bring up third and 10.
So third down and 10 yards to go now for the Wood River Eagles at their own 20-yard line. 2 receivers to the right side. Frost looks that way as he sprints now, being chased by Peak. Gets the ball away, throws it long down the sideline. We've got a collision, no flag. Ball is out of bounds. Now the ball was not out of bounds. It was caught. Roger Redding I'll tell you what, there was a collision on the far side of the field, and it looked like everybody was out of bounds, but Reading with the reception at the 44-yard line, 36-yarder. Well, they just turned it loose up the sideline, and Reading was there.
Official timeout.
Well, the officials have stopped play now for just a moment as they get the chains moved up. And now the officials taking and signaling another timeout. Charge to themselves. Now they wind it up. Ball at the Patriot 44-yard line. On a pass play that was hugging the sideline and looked like it was out of bounds, but it wasn't. Matt Gideon comes way wide to the left side, nearest us. Pro set, double wides, wings each side. Frost to throw, pumps once, slides to the left, now fires, and wide open at the 30 with the catch. Mark Codner, and Codner down to the 20-yard line. Stopped by Ben Klausenbutcher. They'll put it down at the 21-yard line. 23 yards to Codner now. His second catch of the second half. And the Wood River Eagles starting to find some open spots in the secondary of Adams Central. Just over 8 minutes to go here, 41-14. The Eagles with Zavala going out wide to the far side. Parlin comes wide to the near side. Back split. Frost looks to call his own number. Does up the middle. Picked up by Mike Peak, and Peak wrestles him to the ground.
The ball tackled by Mike Peak. Mike
Well,
Fowler.
a gain of a couple, 3. A gain of about
Gain of 6. brings
6 yards. They put it down at the 15-yard line. A 6-yard gain for Scott Frost. So it'll be second down and 4 from the 15. Frost sends the troops out. He's got Codner out wide to the left. Yep, check that. Codner in a slot on the left side. Zavala, the wide man. And the fire comes quickly down the left side. It's complete to Codner inside the 5, down at the goal line, but they say did not get in. A gain of 14. Codner with his third catch of the second half. His 6th of the ball game. He's got 3 catches for 48 yards here in the second half. 61 yards on the day does Mark Codner, and it's first down and goal just short of the goal line. They send Parlin out wide to the right. Frost takes it himself, tries to back in, and has it. Scott Frost from a yard out. And the Eagles have scored again here. They've scored on their last 2 possessions, and they have cut it now down to 41-20. It's just a 3-touchdown ball game now as they come to line up for the extra point. Wood River with just a couple of minutes off the clock, 2:19. To get that score. They did not take all that much time. 7 plays, 2 minutes and 19 seconds off the clock. They go 80 yards. And Frost to throw for 2. Frost being chased to the right, looking for a receiver, loops it back into the end zone. It's up for grabs. It's incomplete. Was tipped a couple of times, so the score stays right where it's at, 41-20. As Wood River unable to convert on the 2-point conversion, but they have narrowed it just a little bit more, and we'll be back with the Eagle kickoff in just a moment. Now they're going to line up for the onside kick. Here it comes. It's down the middle. It's loose. Wiseman had it bounce off his chest, and now the Patriots covered up at the 42-yard line. Adams Central let the ball get behind the first wall, and that gave them some blocking while they scrambled to cover it up. 6:46 left to play here in the 4th and final period. 41-20. Adams Central with the lead and the football at their own 42-yard line. Well, the Patriots have scored every other time they've had the football here in the second half, and this is the every other time. At their own 42, Mike Johnson calls signals. Johnson Gives the ball off, fakes the ball on the handoff, rolls around the left side on a keeper, takes it to midfield, and is bulldogged to the ground at the 50-yard line by Mike Gall. A gain of 8 on the play for Mike Johnson. So Johnson went down hard as Gall kind of got him up around the shoulders and took him off his feet and slammed. McConnell comes in for this play. Jeremy McConnell, a 6-foot junior, lines up under center. Clausenbutcher, Frank, and Burr behind him. The handoff to Jason Frank, and Frank just powers his way across the left side. He's got it inside the 48. Should be enough for a first down.
Good for the first down.
So it will be first down and 10 as Frank picks up a couple. Actually got closer to 3 yards. On the play, Raymond Soto, who's played pretty good defensive football for this ball club from Wood River, although he did not start. Mike Johnson back in the ball game now. 5:41 left to play as Johnson now leads the club to the line of scrimmage. He's got Morlang into the ball game as the up back now, and the handoff to Burr. Burr following Frank. Thompson's got him by the shirt tail and pulls him down at the 47-yard line.
Handoff goes to Burr.
Burr picked up a yard, and that's about all. It'll be second down and 9. And what was a reasonably nice afternoon, it's gotten sharply colder here in the last hour or so. This fourth quarter being played in temperatures much cooler than game time when it started. And it was only in the middle 30 range when the ball game got underway with a sharp breeze. So the folks not in action are covered up right now. Frank gets the call, blast into the left side, breaks a tackle at the 45, and is down to the 40-yard line. Boy, they've had a tough time hanging on to Jason Frank today. Frank with both arms wrapped around that football. Gall makes the stop.
Tackled by Nemus and Gall.
It is third down and about 3 yards to go. Central with the lead. Morlang, the up back in the formation, digs in on the ice now here on the playing field. Hand off to Frank again, follows Morlang right up the middle. Frank with yardage to the 35-yard line before they wrestle him to the ground. It took 2. It was Gall again on the stop, and he had some help from James Thompson, but another 5-yard gain for Jason Frank. And it is first down and 10 at the 35-yard line. 3 minutes, 55 seconds left to play as the clock. They have not shown much but the Maryland Eye all afternoon. They hand off to Burr, and Burr, big hole right side. He's got 6 or 7 yards before they stand him up and stop him. Frost, Zavala, and Gideon on the stop. But Burr into the secondary down at the 27-yard line, a gain of 8.
Bring up second and 3.
Second down and a long 2 yards to go for a first down. 3 minutes to go in the football game. Just 3 minutes before the Patriots can lay claim to an undefeated year. 9-0. Second time it's happened. The last time was 1977. Handoff to Jason Frank, and there is a major collision at the line of scrimmage. Frank will get a couple out of it, but he was rammed hard by Polk. Jason Polk stepped right in and made it to the playoffs. Mike Johnson turns, wants to give the ball to Burr, but Burr slips, so he's going to race to the sideline, and Frost runs him down and rolls him up back at the 32-yard line. It'll be a loss of 5 on the play and bring up fourth down and 7 yards to go with just over 2 minutes to play. In fact, it'll be less than 2 minutes when the Patriots come to the line of scrimmage here. We may just see Mike Johnson wait and use our line. So they come up on fourth down. Give the ball to Frank. Frank is belted by James Thompson. They send him backwards, and the ball will go over back out to the 33-yard line. It's a loss of a yard or 2 for Jason Frank. But Wood River taking over on downs with just 1:26 left to play. The football will be at the 35-yard line. Wood River, with not much time left on the clock, the Patriots with the big lead. And Scott Frost to the line of scrimmage. Frost looks right, floats that way, now being chased. Gets to the left, lets it go, wide open at the 40-yard line is Harnish. Harnish to the 45, and Ben Clausenbutcher grabs him at midfield. It's down to the 48-yard line, a 17-yard gain for Harnish out of the backfield. And a first down as the clock winds down to 56 seconds. They didn't get it stopped exactly at the play. Less than a minute to go. The Wood River fans wanted more time. Double slot left side for Scott Frost on first down and 10 from the 48 of Adams Central. Movement on the right side of the offensive line. No flags. Frost breaks out of a sack, races to the right side, throws down the middle. It is tipped and nearly intercepted by Eric Walther. It would have been his third of the day had he gotten it, but he couldn't hang on. Incompleted pass will stop the clock with 47 seconds left to play. Carlin. And Scott Frost keeps it himself, and Scott Frost is stopped for no gain. There was no hole, and Big Kevin Walther grabbed him from behind and pulled him backwards as Mike Bowder had stopped him from in front and not have to pull the trigger one bit. Has motion out of the backfield, and Frost now looking to run with it, moves to the right side, and he's going to be chased down by Sean Wiseman back at the 45-yard line. Wiseman sacks him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll end the ball game. The Adams Central Patriots go unbeaten here in 1991 as they defeat the Wood River Eagles here on a sunny and cool November afternoon. The final on the scoreboard, 41-20. The Adams Central Patriots with the win, and we'll be back in just a minute and recap it for you.